14. It was a Friday morning. I remember this day very detailed. In fact, I thought about this Friday for the last 3,652 days. Yeah. I was fresh out of high school, driving an old tour car, working at Atlantis. I was a student at UB. Life was pretty okay. My alarm went off that Friday morning. I didn't budge. I hate mornings. My mom came and she knocked on the door. Wake up! Go to class and your breakfast is getting cold. I think you got a bomb on the door. No, they come in. They come in now. I closed my eyes and I went back to sleep. Wake up! I walked to the bed, went to the kitchen, bought my breakfast. My mom, she cooked that morning. What she cooked? Yellow grits, sausage, scrambled eggs. My Grammy, turkey, not sausage. My Grammy, she was sitting on the couch, reading her devotions. You know, it filled my heart to see my Grammy. You know, I loved her so much. He said, Grammy, Joanne, you mean your devotion in? Well, you know, I hear it coming from the Lord. See, I don't mean to give you all this detail, but I remember this morning so vividly. And when I usually tell this story, people are surprised because I talk about this morning more than I talk about that night. And that night, my life changed forever. One morning, I put on my Jordans, put on my shirt, my rings, my watch, my chain, not knowing that it would be the last time that I got ready at home. That morning, I jumped in my car, started my day, not knowing that it would be the longest day of my life. Turned up my corner, not knowing that it would be the last time I saw my neighborhood. My plan, like any other day, was to leave home, return home, return to my family, return to my bedroom, return to my bed. But you see, I left home that day and I went to school. I left school and I went to work. And as tired as I was after work, my friend convinced me to go to the nightclub. These days I barely think about what happened that night, because it happened so fast. 1 minute, a guy was alive. The next minute, a guy was dead. 1 minute I was free, and the next minute I was in handcuffs. I saw a gun for the first time at night, right after a police retrieved it from my passenger seat, from under my passenger seat. Where was my friend? The last I saw him, he had opened the passenger door quickly and said, "You're coming right back." In CBU that night, all I could think about was that morning. During the trial, all I could think about was that morning. Day 3,652, and all I could think about is that morning. I reminisce about waking up in my bed. I think to myself, how I left home and never came back. I think about my Grammy, reading her devotions, and I wonder what funeral went that I missed. If I could turn back the hands of time, I would only need to go back to that moment when I let my friend convince me to go out. But I would go back to that morning. To hear my mom knock on that door. To smell the grits, the egg and the ham, the turkey. To see my Grammy again. My freedom is gone. I never made it back home. But I'm not the only one. Sometimes I think about the victim. What did he do that morning? Did he know that that would be the last time he saw his room? That he saw his bed? That he saw his neighborhood?
He smelled like bricks.
Lynden, I know you wanted me to talk to you about freedom, about my life in Foxhill prison, but the only thing I can tell you about is that morning. Toastmasters and guests, I can't give you a formula that would prevent something like this from happening. The truth is, as unfortunate as it may sound, it can happen to any of us. So I'm not telling you not to give someone a ride. I'm not telling you not to go to the club. All I'm telling you is to live in the moment. Don't take moments at home for granted. Don't take family for granted. Don't take your freedom for granted. Start your days with Thanksgiving. Cherish your mornings, but then they are your last. Mr. Chairman.